was telling everyone way before this whatever, that pandemic virus, COVID-19 situation, I said if BJ's going by card and Sam's Club going by card, regular stores are going to go by card eventually, because God says it's going to be a cashless planet Earth. And then the thing next will be in line is chipped. And nothing against Obama, but when he was president, he kept saying, time to cash in your chips. Time to chip in. Chip, 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 chip in. And I kept thinking Mark of the Beast being chipped in the skin or in the forehead and all that. And then when he left, Trump come in, and then we got this virus situation. And this is leading up to when God comes back. And today we walked into Walmart, the lady's holding a sign, can't go by cash, gotta go by card. So it's going to be mandatory, they're sneaking it in. People need to get saved and wake up. Catalyst, you need to wake up. You read the Bible, you know it's true, get saved. You see that everything's falling into place. And I keep praying for everybody on the planet Earth. If they ain't saved, they get saved. Even people on the NASA International Space Station. And I pray for all the magician friends too. If they ain't saved, they get saved. They need to understand that everything that God said was going to happen has already happened, and it's going to happen. It's going to be a cashless planet Earth. Walmart saying they got to go by card now. Other places, they use their fingerprint to buy groceries. A commercial that Mr. Story showed on TV, and our church showed it, and I'm sure other churches showed it, about Revelations. The guy's buying his groceries, but everybody's watching him, and I'm thinking, is he stealing things or what? Because they're keeping an eye on him. And as he goes by the checkout, someone says, "Sir, you forgot your receipt." So that let everybody know that guy was chipped. He just forgot his receipt. So if you're not awake, you need to get awake. And find Jesus in your heart now. Because today, the lady's holding a sign up at Walmart saying, you gotta use a card, credit card, you can't go by cash. And God says it's going to be a cashless planet Earth. Knowledge is going to increase. Walmart says they're going to use robots. People are bagging their own groceries, and less people. We don't see our friend April there. They're cutting out the workers, and we're doing the work, bagging and everything. And the other night, before they said no, this card only, they were saying you had to have exact change. And if you don't have exact change, you can't buy the product. If you're not awake, you need to get awake. None against anyone, but you need to say, Jesus, please forgive me for all my sins, and come in my heart and save me. It's so simple. It's not rocket science. Once you really meant it, you're now in the book of life. I mean, you'll stay in the book of life, because see, right now, God has given you a lot of chances. Your name's in the book of life, but if you don't get saved, He's going to take it out of there and remember you no more. From whatever is it, the east to the west, like never north, east, south, west, whatever. The two opposite ends, I forgot which is which. My sister, Sharon Stacy, had a way to memorize it. Their teacher taught them, never eat sour watermelon. Never eat sour watermelon. North, south, east, west. But anyway, and I remember that when I saw that on their school paper, I was like, oh, that's an easy way to memorize it. Anyway, in their safety town saying, never trust a blinking car that blinks their tail light. They might not know that it's blinking. It might be a foul thing in it, which it came in handy because there's lots of times where I go to think about crossing the street and I see that blinker light and that car keeps on down the road and I could have been getting hit. So God's letting all that stuff to keep me safe and everyone's safe. Well, anyway, today, July, I don't know what day it is today. Let me see. Oh, I dropped my cell phone. It has the date on it. Tuesday, July the 7th, year 2020. Tuesday. They went with no cash. To round it off, you have to have exact change last night, to no cash at all, only card only. So I don't know about you. You need to get saved. You need to wake up. We have surveillance cameras inside the traffic lights, on top of the traffic lights. We have webcams. We have earth cams. We've had them on top of Walmart parking lots. Just look up Big Brother, Big Business on YouTube. And George W. Bush was going to put, it had listening devices and ceiling fans. And after 9/11, he wanted to chip the children to keep track of them. And when Ronald Reagan was in office, he's a born-again Christian. And we had a sewing track, talked about his life, how he got saved. And then when he was in office, said, we can't do that. That's the mark of the beast. Well, now he's in heaven, and now everything is falling into place. God says, when he gets close and come back, it'll be like Sodom and Gomorrah and Noah. Children getting smarter, all things automatic. People go to and fro. Cast is planet Earth. Mankind learns to fly like the birds. Mankind can't hide. There'll be wars and rumors of wars. People claiming to be God, but be a lowercase God. There's been many popping up. Even ones that own helicopters. God don't need a helicopter. He doesn't need a helicopter to fly anywhere. But people in that country actually believe that he's God. It just blows my mind. If they were saved, they wouldn't fall for those kind of entrapments. But God said all that was going to fall into place. The wars and rumors of wars, school shootings, mall shootings. I mean, wake up, folks. You need to get saved, and the food is getting poisoned, and water you can't drink. God mentions that, capital G-O-D. I mean, come on. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in him, in other words, ask him into his heart, shall be saved. John 3:16. And they'll have everlasting life. There'll be a new heaven and a new earth. The new heaven will be like a square cube. God let, in my way of thinking, God let Erno Rubik's come up with the Rubik's Cube in the 80s, in the 70s, and then in the 80s over here. So we get used to the shape of a square. It doesn't say if the new heaven will land on earth or hover in the air on the new earth. And Pastor Cole said it'll be the same earth, just remodeled. That's why the sun that used to be yellow is now a bright white light.